Your camera's like got like a square over my face. It's very weird looking.
Oh, it's because it thinks that you're the star.
I told you.
All right. This is...
That's the opening of the show.
Bad Libs, the Afterbirth. Number 4. I am Zach Miller here taking point. With me is James Schlarman.
Hi.
And a special guest, the original Bad Lib, the one and only
right.
Brendan Woodruff.
What's going on? Hi, everybody.
Buck.
Buck.
I almost died before we did this recording because I had to watch Pam Bondi testify. And I just was like, nah, bro, that's Congress? That's what we...
She's technically not Congress. Congress held its own, kind of, to a degree.
No, they didn't. They didn't.
They were yelling too, that's right.
They allowed her to act like a petulant child when she was a witness before the Congress, basically before the American people. She acted like a petulant child.
They should have had the bailiff hit her.
I mean, they should have done something, but they're not gonna because she works for the same team as Mike Johnson. I don't understand. I just don't understand. I can't give up because we have to record an episode, but I am so sad.
That does explain why when I got over here today, your head was literally in a pit of sand.
I do want to say I am an attorney, and I know that there's not a bailiff in Congress.
Okay, that's right. You've got to be on your toes because Zach and I will not catch any of that, by the way.
I mean, but like somebody has to like at least bring up the contempt of Congress. She was clearly in contempt.
You know that doesn't matter anymore, right? Like they think, broke that like 10 years ago.
I think contempt of Congress is like when you refuse to testify. What did they do with Eric Holder? They held him in contempt,
and he had no real penalties. Jim Jordan ignored subpoenas over January 6th for literally the entire Biden administration, and that. Nothing's happened with him.
They did put Steve Bannon in prison for like a month.
So what's the lesson there? You can't be a member of their club and do it. If you're a member of their club, it's fine. But if you're not in the club,
gotcha. If you're not an elected official or an appointee,
right? Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah. If you're just a race war advisor, you can't.
Well, it's all very unfortunate, but not as unfortunate as James Vanderbeek passing away this week.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Bro.
Rip Dawson.
Rip Dawson, and honestly, James Vanderbeek, shout out, bro.
Yeah.
One of the original white boys.
Oh, it was him?
One of the first white people.
He literally invented being white.
I mean, I think technically the WB did. And then they
I'm just saying, it doesn't get any whiter than Dawson's Creek.
Fair.
And that football movie he was in.
Oh, Varsity Blues.
Great flick. Vanderbeek seemed to not get involved in the Trump movement. And I am so sad that he passed away from a disgusting disease.
Dude. Too fucking
colon
young,
cancer. So if you're out there and you got a colon, get it checked out.
So let someone put their finger in it.
Or and now they just run. They do it all through blood tests. But make sure you're getting your booty looked at so you don't get the booty cancer. R.I.P. Mr. Vanderbeek. I got trolled this week. Because I've been hanging around with fucking James Schlarman. So now I have to get like shitty burns.
Because you have anti-fans.
Yeah.
And veiled threats from people with private accounts. And profile pictures that make them kind of look buff, but it's from far away, and it's a screenshot of their home screen on their fucking iPhone. It's pretty sad.
You can use AI to make yourself look buff now too.
I'm telling you, I'm kind of blown away that as like being associated with Bad Libs, the show, wouldn't have gotten it done to you. You know what I mean? Like
our most successful page was the one that I turned into Trump supporters for Black Lives Matter.
That's still a pretty hot page, dude. I still get noties about that.
That's a brilliant page.
It's man, that's one of my favorite. For people who don't know, I had a page that was just called 100% Libtarded that I started at the same time we started this podcast, because this podcast was originally the only podcast that's 100% certified libtarded.
Now there's 10.
There's at least 10.
There's at least 10 now.
Yeah.
But like we're libtardeter.
That's right.
So,
the most libtardedest.
We started this libtard shit.
We're libtistic.
We're not libtardy to the libtardy party. You know what I mean?
Libtardy party, dude. That should replace the Democratic Party. The libtardy party.
Anyway, it sat around for, it just kind of sat there. I didn't do anything with it. But I guess the Facebook algorithm was pushing it out to people. And because it had the word libtard in it, it was pushing it out to MAGA people.
Absolutely.
And they were liking it.
Yeah.
And eventually it got to about like 3,000 to 4,000 people on it. Yeah. And then 2020 happened.
Yeah.
And I was at a protest and I realized, wait a minute, I got a fan page with like 4,000 MAGA people.
Boom, go live, pocket. Right?
And I immediately was like, Trump supporters for Black Lives Matter. And I just started posting the dumbest shit possible on there.
I love it. I hardcore love it. And the reason that works so well, like I literally just got done explaining this to a Snopes reporter, is like people are always like, how are all these people responding to your things not realizing that they're fake? I'm like, because Facebook does it on purpose. If you look at my stats, most of my views come from like 90% not my followers. Yeah. So you got to assume at least 30% of those are stupid because they're MAGA.
It's the dummies who are going to engage with it.
Right, exactly. And I'm not going to stop them because daddy's got to fucking pay the mortgage, right? So fuck them.
The triggered bubbleheads. Look at you making money off triggered bubbleheads like a crack dealer.
I mean, listen, I look at it this way. Elvis Costello once told his friends, like, what's more punk rock? Having you guys pay for my rock career or going and having a big ass fucking capitalist machine pay for my career? So I'm looking at it like, what's more punk rock? Making money on a fascist platform with anti-fascist fucking memes, or dying in a ditch somewhere? Because that's kind of my only choices with my skill set.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Thank you.
Schnookums.
Well, it's you. It's visions of you.
I was hoping it would be a big ass poster. All right, listen. Before we get into this rundown, because there is a rundown.
Bullshit.
I'm gonna start with the part of the rundown that just needs to get talked about. We've been talking about with Bad Libs forever that nobody else can Trump. Only Trump can Trump.
That's right.
Yes.
And eventually all these people are going to have to play that role, and you can't play that role. No. And we got a great example of it today, this week, watching Pam Bondi try to lie her way out and attack her way out of congressional scrutiny.
Right.
And God, was it embarrassing for the country? I can't imagine what other countries are looking at us saying.
I mean, I don't know. I've seen footage from other countries' parliaments where they like start throwing chairs.
Yeah, right?
It's pretty common.
Well, and in the 1860s, we did have
no one throw a chair at Pam Bondi?
I mean, dude, in the 1860s, an abolitionist got his ass beat by...
the caning of Charles Sumner.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, I mean, I always tell people, like, we used to tar and feather politicians, so it's not like... Political violence is absolutely a part of our thing, but I do not endorse. No, I disavow.
Anyway.
nor do I. I'm just saying, like, I don't think we want our Congress devolving into that. But I would love to see them use real American language, look her right in the eyes, and be like, "Yo, lying bitch, shut the fuck up."
Well, the person who nailed her the best that I saw was Representative Chuy Garcia.
Yes.
Yeah.
He gave her a solid tongue lashing that she absolutely could not respond to.
Yeah.
And it was well thought out.
Yeah.
It was well organized, and he gave her the verbal whooping that he talked to her like a teacher would speak to a child.
Yeah, that's what she deserves.
I heard Thomas Massey later on said that she had little note cards with insults.
Yeah, it was a burn book.
Congressperson.
Yeah. This topic or this person, here's what you say.
She's not smart enough to come up with them on the fly, so she got flipped to like,
right. And then by about halfway through, exactly. And by about halfway through the hearing, you started picking up on what they were going to do. She was just going to basically insult, punt, and filibuster while the Democrats talked to her, and then when the Republicans talked to her, they'd be like, "Is there anything you want to address from the last round of questions?" And then she would just get her 5 minutes to blather, and then Jim Jordan would blow some smoke up her ass, and that was the entire format of the hearing. It was only for one person. Her performance was for one person.
Jim Jordan usually, when he's blowing smoke up asses, it's usually like 19-year-old wrestlers.
I want to talk about the election nationalization.
Jesus.
Trump seems to be, and again, this is one of those things where it's like, is this really that big a deal, or is he just fucking creating headlines?
Like, when I say he can't do it, I don't mean like, well, legally it's not allowed. I mean, literally, he doesn't have a mechanism to do it. There's not like a federal election committee.
Yeah.
There's the
FEC,
but it's not. They don't do anything.
No, they
It's
just
not,
basically fine you if you break the rules, right?
It's more like campaign finance.
Right,
basically.
exactly.
To replace the aggregate of 50 states and God knows how many counties
in 6 months before the midterms.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just realized I said there's no such thing as the Federal Election Committee, and then I talk about the FCC. But there's no like board. The Constitution says that federal elections are administered by the states.
That's right.
And because of that, in the 200 and whatever 30 something years since we wrote the Constitution, no one has set up a federal election board that runs the elections. So that he can't like that, or that signs off on what states are doing.
Right.
So he can't. There's literally no institution.
Right.
That he can pull levers on. He'd have to go to each individual state and hope they sign on,
like a pact or something like that.
To not having Congress people next year,
right?
Because the House disbands every 2 years. The Senate sticks around. The House disbands and has to reconvene. And there's nothing in the Constitution that says that all 50 states have to send representatives that year.
Right.
So Congress can, have just the blue states in it.
Right.
If all the red states are like, yeah, we're just not we're gonna not have our election or whatever this year.
Yeah.
And so he's gonna try.
Yeah.
He's definitely gonna do his damnedest to fuck with the election. He can't nationalize it and he can't cancel it. So he's gonna try and fuck with it.
Yeah.
I don't think he has the resources to stop if it's a close election, that would be a problem.
Right.
But if it's a true blue wave,
he
might be able to suppress like 1% of the vote.
Sure.
But a blue wave, like, that's still a landslide for them.
Right. Well, and you notice they haven't done anything to turn over these, like, massive district flips that are happening in the special elections. Like, we're seeing over and over again Democrats win in, like, these local elections that Trump carried by, like, 14 points. And he can't do shit about that, and he's not doing shit about that.
Nope.
So...
And there's only 13,000 ICE...
Correct. Thank you. Right. So when he threatens to put them in every polling station, I'm like,
what, 2 dudes?
Right. 2 dudes are going to overwhelm the Black Panthers and the good old boys.
It's not the real Black Panthers. Huh? They're not the real Black Panthers. They're just aesthetically.
Whoever the fuck.
Black Panthers were like feeding children.
Fair. Well, that's fair. Whoever is like exercising their Second Amendment right and defending their right to vote. That's what I meant. But yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, exactly.
Are you saying that the people we see out in these streets currently in Minnesota and elsewhere representing themselves as Black Panthers
the Black Panther Party disbanded.
Have never met Tupac's mom?
Probably not.
Well, I thought that's what you had
Have
to
never
do to
listened
be
to
an official-
California Love?
Yeah, come on, bro. Were they there when Forrest Gump fought that guy? If you weren't there when Forrest Gump,
Black Panther Party.
Were they?
Forrest Gump, dude.
Right?
I wish we could all be Forrest Gump.
He just hated that fucking.
Yeah, dude. They weren't mad at him. They let him whoop that dude's ass.
Right? They're like, you're cool.
Yeah, I didn't like that dude anyway.
That's right. Well, they just watched him talk the truth to everybody about the war in Vietnam.
Black Panthers didn't talk down to their women the way that guy talked down to his woman. I don't know. I can't say. I don't know.
It wasn't a lot.
I think we're way. Yo.
As a white man, I officially back out of that conversation.
I just know that the people walking around on the streets now are not actually the Black Panthers.
Representing maybe the spirit of or something like that. Yeah.
And I think that's okay.
Start feeding kids and then
they're probably just regular Antifa.
You're right.
Just regular old Antifa with a much cooler jacket.
Yes. They got the berets.
Dude, yeah, taking that Antifa to the next level, dude.
Also, speaking of, I gotta just shout out, speaking of berets, Curtis Sliwa's beret.
Oh my God.
He's still wearing that shit.
Always, dude.
I don't know who that is. Educate me.
He was the Republican nominee for mayor in New York that refused to drop out.
Yeah. Who actually ended up handing Mom Donnie probably a win. Or at least helped. Yeah.
He would be a terrible mayor.
Oh, for sure.
He's very charming.
Yeah. He's charming and like his principles sometimes actually are run along with yours.
He's just like an old school dude from New York.
Yeah.
Who was like born there in like 1952.
And certainly he's not going to let the National Party tell him what to do. Yeah.
That guy would think.
Exactly, dude.
On the Epstein front.
Woo!
Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton have agreed to sit for depositions in a House investigation into Jeffrey Epstein to avoid a contempt of Congress vote.
Yes.
Good.
So maybe contempt of Congress is real. Or the Clintons are trying to help hold up the American democracy like Weekend at Bernie's.
I mean, don't give them that much credit.
I don't give them that much credit.
Yeah, they're political animals if there ever was one.
Self-serving.
Yeah.
Like, Bill Clinton is only a marginally better person than Donald Trump.
Right. Basically because he used his powers for sometimes good.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Occasionally Bill Clinton cared about looking good in the press.
Right. And his name and his images are all over those files. So like you were saying in the last episode, he needs to be held account. But from a political standpoint, this was once again the Clintons showing why they will always outclass the fucking Republicans. Because they're like, cool, bluff called.
Yeah.
And we want to do it in public. And then you can do the same thing with the president or no.
And Clinton's gonna have to admit some awkward shit, and he should.
Well, like I said, there's always the Fifth Amendment.
If he has to admit he hooked up with an underage girl on Epstein Island to roll the rest of these I don't know, bro.
I think
whatever it is,
I think
he
you're
needs
writing
to
a
come
script I
clean.
watched, but
Listen. Knowing what I know about the man that is Bill Clinton, he hooked up with underage girls, also not on Epstein Island. Just on his own.
that's right.
That's I didn't need Jeff's Island for that.
Look, I don't have any specifics. It's just
That's right.
I just know that kind of that guy that he was in the 1970s.
Some of us saw Epstein's Island as just
You know?
too much extra credit. You know what I
You're
mean?
like, 16's old enough.
I told
I mean, he is from Arkansas.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
That's what I said.
Yeah, he is a sex addict from Arkansas.
I think in our first life as Bad Libs, you referred to Bill Clinton as a sex pest.
Yes, he is a sex pest. He is a sex pest. He is he would have troopers go pick up women for him.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's right. In Arkansas, 16 is a California 25.
But is he gonna fess up to anything to fucking plant a bomb in the fucking Republican Party?
I don't fess up to shit.
Maybe.
That's what I'm saying.
I think
Here's-
that he'll be playing defense on himself.
All joking aside, this would be the first time Bill Clinton has ever thrown himself under the bus for the greater good.
Which is why I don't think he's thrown himself under the bus.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. I'm a realist. I'm very much a realist. So I understand, as Brendan said, he is marginally
He's
more
Slick Willy for a reason.
correct. Yeah.
I agree, but
Look,
We'll see.
you're writing a script that I want to watch because I want to believe in the Mr. Clinton goes to Washington moment where he says, listen, I might have done all this bad stuff, but him over there, I got a picture of it. Check it out. But that ain't going to happen. He's going to be like, Senator, I don't recall. But you know
think he's
what?
gonna play
I had
dumb?
fun. Absolutely, as much as he can.
I don't recall. I didn't do any wrongdoing.
How old is he now?
I was just there.
80?
I just used his jet to do AIDS stuff in Africa, and which is what he's already said.
Yeah.
And the adrenochrome was just a skin treatment,
Right.
and it came from animals and plants.
Right. And the last thing I'll say on this is I don't
believe in the
I don't think
adrenochrome
Hillary and Bill would agree to testify publicly if they thought, because if they are anything, they are lawyers first.
Yes.
And if they thought for any second there was any legal culpability coming their way by getting in front of Congress, they wouldn't
This is
fucking
the
do
man
it.
who said it depends on what your definition of is.
Right. Dude, I always tell people Clinton was the dry run for Trump. Clinton was just the non-fascist version of Trump.
Kind of. I think that it's sort of in a way that I think that Republicans who were alive in the 90s who hated Bill Clinton, to some extent for good reasons, he's a piece of shit, but then they went too far with it and
Yes.
they also did bad things. And
Oh, of course.
became
Yeah,
the
Newt
villains in that-
Gingrich, Denny Hastert.
somehow become the villains in that story.
Yeah.
Or at least make it a story where there's the only
Yeah.
good person is Monica Lewinsky.
Right.
And then, but they still have this. Republicans, if anything, they know how to hold a grudge. They're still mad about Robert Bork.
For reals. For reals. That is truth.
And so, they held that grudge, and then Trump came along, and they're like, well, fuck you. You didn't care about all this Clinton shit. We're voting for this guy. And meanwhile, I have people telling me that in 2016, and I'm like, I'm 26.
Yeah.
I was 5 when all that shit happened. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I was still in the
Why didn't
cult
you care
back
when
then.
Clinton did this? I was a child. That's why.
Right. Oh, I do love that. I love having that on my record that I can say I've never voted for anybody on the Epstein files. And they're like, what about Clinton? I'm like, dude, even though I was, first of all, I was in the cults back then, so I never would have. My first presidential vote was for George W. Bush.
Here's the thing, though. I've watched old speeches of Bill Clinton. He's very charming, man.
Oh, dude, I was alive back. You don't have to tell me. Of course he was.
Bro, he played the saxophone.
Yeah, on Arsenio Hall.
He is a singularly charismatic man.
He went on MTV and told young adults what kind of fucking underwear he wore. Like, that was like a huge thing that he would even relate on their level.
I wear briefs.
That's right.
That's right.
I wear whatever. I wear whatever she won't let me wear. You know what I mean?
You guys are ridiculous.
Did you see the American Crime Story impeachment?
I did not see it.
Oh, watch it. It's really good.
Yeah, I want to see it.
They got Clive Owen as Bill Clinton, and he's surprisingly good at it.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Clive Owen's great.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
As Bill Clinton, though?
Yeah, you wouldn't think, right? You wouldn't think, but it works. It works.
Does he have any like facial changes?
Yeah, they do like prosthetic makeup on him to make him look a little more like Bill Clinton. Yeah.
Okay, but he's a good enough actor to do anything.
Yeah, he pulls it off.
Yeah, Clive Owen could play Hillary Clinton, dude.
He probably could.
Probably has.
Man's an amazing actor.
Listen, in preparation for his role, I'm sure he did.
It's Jonah Hill's sister as Monica.
That's right. That's right.
Anyway, what's next on the rundown?
Well, guys, I know everything is so calm here in the United States. Yeah. So
Political stability is lovely.
Maybe we should talk about. I mean, we have a good economy. Everybody's getting paper.
Lots great job numbers.
Yeah, right.
Paid off our entire debt.
I will say, eggs are no longer $6. They're now only $4.
Depending on when you go.
How much did they used to be?
So, dude, they were like up to $8, like in Tennessee.
No, but I mean, like 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
I can tell when my wife and I lived in Escondido, we would buy the 60 egg count, so it's like the 5 dozen, and at like the peak of even like COVID, we were getting that for like $6 or $7.
How much is that now?
It's gone up at the peak of bad inflation. It was probably like $34.
Whoa! I remember eggs being like $2.50. Yeah. Under $2. And then in when I was living in Memphis, where things are famously cheaper. Actually, groceries cost more there, but because they got the sales taxes high.
Yeah.
But the eggs were pushing like $8, $10
for a dozen.
Right? I don't eat protein that bad.
Yeah.
Oof.
I eat some tofu.
Oh,
4.
Right. Well, the point of what I was trying to say is things are so peachy here. Maybe we should look at what's going on in foreign affairs and diplomacy. So our relationships with the rest of the planet. Reminder: we're on a rock flying through space at 20,000 miles an hour.
I thought that it was the firmament. And we're living in there's a big dome.
No, you're thinking that's what RFK Jr. eats, meats and ferments.
And also that the Earth is only 6,000 years old.
Yeah.
And the dinosaurs on the Ark turned into the birds.
Dude, firmament is what Bill Clinton uses to lube up that butthole, bro.
Which butthole? I plead the fifth.
The girls on the island. All right. Yeah. So we are actually exchanging fire with Iranian assets. Be it our hippo has swatted off a fly from its back, a U.S. aircraft carrier shot down an Iranian drone.
Or was it a birthday balloon?
Yes. Iranians are known for their birthday balloons.
No, the El Paso thing.
Yeah, you didn't see that? That's why they shut down El Paso airspace?
Oh.
Because they thought a birthday balloon might be...
Was a drone and they shot it with a laser?
I can't handle you guys
knowing more
interrupting me.
Sorry, love you.
Sorry.
With
You're right.
low-hanging attempts at fucking third-level news stories. I'm talking about Iran... and our country having actual live conflict, which is...
Oh, in this century, in this decade?
No, like this week.
Right now.
Proxy wars. No, what I'm saying is proxy wars, dude. This has been going on forever.
No, it's not a proxy.
Where's our proxy?
No.
There's no proxy.
My point is, like, whether it be us exchanging live fire, like, officially, or somebody who's using armaments that we have funded or supplied to them, exchanging fire. Fuck it. Iran
and Russia and America have been fighting vis-a-vis Iran for a long ass fucking time.
I don't disagree with
Yeah,
that.
no, that's what I'm saying. All I'm saying
I'm
is like
just
this is just
saying-
now.
I like that you said vis-a-vis.
Thank you, baby.
United
That's a twice
States-
a junior college dropout education.
United States weaponry has not directly conflicted with
No.
not, let alone Iran, even an Iran proxy. We've never been in the Middle East shooting it out with fucking whoever the fuck is in Gaza. The Hezbollah guys, we never shoot it up with Hezbollah.
No, we fund Israel and let them shoot it out with them
directly.
instead. That's what I'm saying. It's a proxy war, dude. This
I understand proxy wars. This isn't proxy
No,
wars.
what, you're not understanding what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it may have escalated now to the point where we are exchanging direct live fire as the United States. But what I'm trying to say is this is just the latest neocon administration using Iran or the Middle East as a distraction from their failures at home. That's all I'm trying to say.
Oh, so what you're saying is I don't do a good job selecting which
No.
news stories to talk about
What the
because Iran's not worth talking about. Yeah, I need a hug.
I need a hug.
I need a hug. I'm very upset.
Do you want
You're
to start
great.
using I feel statements?
No, I'm not even
Look,
being flippant
guys.
about this. I'm just trying to add the color for the folks at home that
I know
wish
both
this was
of you
new.
have done a good job of building your bunkers. I know you got 6 to 12 months of supplies.
Yeah,
I know both of you have
Right,
massive
totally.
amounts of firepower and
No.
harems of women.
I've got 6 to 12 month
I
supply
have
of Star
all
Wars
machete.
action figures.
a machete.
I have the one machete.
I have hedge clippers.
I have a machete and a can of beans.
Right?
Literally, that's what I have. And bolt clippers.
Well, I have not even that, and I'm very worried about World War III. But I will stop having a panic attack. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Something a little less stressful, a little bit less engaged, but larger monster. A little country by the name of China.
China.
Yeah. So Trump had a call with China this week. He spoke to Xi Jinping directly, and they discussed global conflicts.
And where is the honey?
Why? Because he looks like
Barney
over there. He does look like Winnie Pooh. That's
Barney.
pretty funny. That's pretty funny. But he doesn't act like Winnie the Pooh.
No.
He has killed more Uyghurs than Americans have killed Minnesotans.
Okay.
By a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
By a lot.
Yeah.
I wasn't laughing at them killing more Uyghurs. It was just me continuing laughing.
Whoever had the idea to do comedy and politics in the Trump era is fucking crazy. Dude.
That was my idea.
I like to make jokes about, like, you know, my Jalapeno kids and eating ass. I got a great eating ass
You
chunk.
do.
I love, first off, to stop. I love that we're doing this like the Temptations.
Yeah,
Sharing
right?
a mic.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got you. I'm sorry I'm so depressed, guys. Thank you for bringing some good context to the listeners. I am literally thinking about pounding my head off this table till I pass out. And I would do it, except my MacBook's in the way and I can't afford to replace it.
Oh, you're not up on your Apple Care or whatever?
Probably not. I don't even know what that is, so I'm guessing no. I just keep doing the updates, and it keeps working.
Do the updates.
This is something I heard a TikToker named Jamil Bowie.
Yeah,
He
I
also
love
writes
him
for
so
the New York
much.
Times. He's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
He's like, imagine being an abolitionist in like 1940.
Oh my God.
You don't know the future.
Yeah.
You don't know that slavery is going to end in 25 years.
Yeah.
You don't know that the whole country is going to go to war over it. All you know is that it's been a fact of life in this country
Yep.
since before it started.
Yep.
The slave power has a ton of money and is in all levels of government.
Yes.
You've got the people who are dependent on the slave power, the rich people in the north who run the textiles and all those
Yep.
industries dependent on cotton and tobacco from the slaves.
Absolutely.
And sugar. They're also all have a ton of money and at all levels of government.
Yeah.
And the only glimmer of hope that you've had is that the British Empire ended slavery 5 years ago.
For reals, right?
And you don't fucking know
Right.
what's going to happen. And
right.
every year, it seems like the slave power gets more powerful.
Yeah. No, that's. I mean, once again, we find that.
And most
yeah.
of those people lived long enough
to see it end. Yeah, and then be re-enslaved under Jim Crow. But at least they had like but at least they had that moment of seeing like there is a chance. It's like Obergefell was for our generation. Like you could not have told me as a dude born in 1980 that in my lifetime marriage equality would have been, a 50 state issue that was settled for the side of like decency and normalcy. I would have been like, no fucking way. But it just shows you when like the people get behind it, it can happen. So I appreciate that it was Jamel Bowie.
Women's suffrage took like 80 years.
Correct. Oh, well, even longer if you consider from the time the Constitution was written.
One president and a fucking goofy ass Supreme Court to turn it back.
For now.
Fuck your hope. Fuck your hope. Fuck your hope. Fuck your hope.
And it took one Supreme Court. Literally all of the cool rulings that we love at the Supreme Court, that was one Supreme Court too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but once you've ripped it up right here, dude, it's the whole concept of trust is super important, and it's gone. It's like the fact that, like, yeah, maybe if we don't get into a war in fucking Eastern Europe, NATO can be rebuilt. If Russia doesn't invade Germany, NATO can re-exist like it existed.
Right.
But that's not ever going to happen. The trust is gone. The Europeans will never trust the Americans again.
I don't know,
It will
dude.
take 50 years.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you know about European history and how fucked up they've been to each other, and they still trust each other?
But I know we weren't capable of negotiating the terms NATO dictated in our favor hold on a second. Until we donated tens of thousands of American bodies to a conflict in Europe.
Are we talking about World War I?
I'm talking about World War II.
No.
If we didn't save Western Europe from the Nazis, we would not have been as prosperous as we have been in the last 80 years.
Yeah, we and the Russians who killed millions of them, who actually killed thousands more Nazis, but I feel you.
Well, yeah, at the same time, Russia also was like allied with the Nazis
at first, right? Yeah, the no, what was it, the no conflict pact or something like that?
It was a two-front war. Yep. Russia wouldn't have beat the Germans alone.
No, fuck no. And I'm no tanky. I'm not here to fucking.
At the same time,
suck Stalin's dick.
Part of the reason we were so prosperous after World War II is not just that Europe trusted us, is that Europe was destroyed.
Yeah, they had no choice but to trust us.
We had no competition.
Yeah, and us being an island continent nation meant that we were largely inculcated, like other than fucking Pearl Harbor.
All of their factories were destroyed.
Yeah.
And nowhere else in the world was industrialized at the time.
Yeah.
Except for Japan, and we destroyed
No,
Japan.
I actually think to your point, I do actually think that most intelligent people in power over in Europe understand, or they're probably standing by and looking like, okay, is Trump going to pull off this fucking far right, dictator coup that they've seen happen in Turkey, that they've seen happen in other countries, or will the American institutions, or will the American people put an end to it? And I think that as soon, because there've been idiot presidents in my lifetime that have done a lot to shred our fucking allies.
I'm not saying Bush is as bad as Trump.
No, but the Iraq War was really us like just stepping out on the world stage and being like, we have the biggest dicks and we don't care what you want to do. And we lost a lot of fucking standing over that with our NATO allies, with everybody.
Vietnam.
Yeah. Our post World War II history is pretty bad in war, but I still think what most, like I said, most intelligent people in power over there realize is that most intelligent people over here like the established Western order. That's why we're anti-Putin, we're anti-Trump, we're anti-Xi Jinping. It's just, as you were saying, all the levers of power are held by the disgusting capitalist fucking forces, the billionaire oligarchs that have done things like buy presidential candidacies that then McKinley gets shot, and that's how we get Teddy Roosevelt.
We used to have people who were president who owned human beings.
Yeah. Woodrow Wilson appointed
Who was a slave-owning president?
Most of them.
Washington.
Most of them.
Washington, Jefferson. The Adamses were not, because the Adams were abolitionists.
Fucking Jackson.
Oh, goddamn. Yeah, right. George Washington's teeth were not wooden; they were slave teeth.
They were human teeth. And, they were human teeth.
Yeah. So there's pretty much, and he didn't even free his slaves until he died.
George Washington, he didn't free his slaves when he died.
No, that's right. It was Jefferson that did.
They were given to his wife. But George Washington would literally, because the capital was in Philadelphia, and Philadelphia had a manumission law, which is if you were in Philadelphia with your slaves for more than 6 months, the slaves would be free.
Yep.
So every 5 months and 29 days, George Washington or his wife would leave Pennsylvania and go back to Virginia with all their slaves.
Yep.
I really miss this, Brendan. You knowing everything. You start talking about something, this dude just whips out like 6 paragraphs of an encyclopedia. I loved the Super Bowl show. I thought
it was badass.
Great. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Kid Rock did written.
Yeah, man. I loved Kid Rock's jorts.
Right? His ball, when he bought it at Bang to Bang lip sync was almost on point.
They had their own little safe space halftime show.
Right? And they were so proud of their 5 million viewers.
What's funny is how much press that turning point thing got. And from the footage I've seen, it looked like real low budget.
It was, dude. It was pre-taped. Because of licensing issues, they couldn't even run it on X, which is like where their main, people are nowadays. It was
I thought these people had money.
They do, but they have like enough money that they have fuck you money, so it doesn't matter.
They also put it together in like 2 weeks.
Correct. That was a cash grab. That was Kid Rock being like, "How much money you got? Yeah, sure, I'll take it. I'll go lip sync for 5 minutes." You know what I mean?
I like that Kid Rock and Ricky Martin are the same age. And Ricky Martin looks amazing.
Oh my God. Right? I saw Ricky Martin. I was like, dude, you look younger than I look right now.
Ricky Martin. Maybe they've been giving him all the
adrenochrome.
I don't know. It's all down in Puerto Rico. Right? It's kind of close to that island.
Right?
Kid Rock looks like Ernest P. Worrell.
You know what I mean, Vern?
Like, no, he looks. I don't feel bad for him.
Shout out to the great Jim Varney.
But he doesn't look like he's all like skinny. He looks old.
Dude, RFK doesn't look good. None of them look good. They either look like Mar-a-Lago Botox face or like a fucking ragged prune. Yeah, dude.
I will say Kid Rock looks like the only one of them who isn't doing HGH right now.
Yeah,
he just looks like
a catcher's mitt that's been left out in the sun.
Dude.
He looks like cured tobacco.
Yeah, he looks like a guy who's fucking steals his wife's Virginia Slims.
He looks like cured tobacco. He does. He fucking that's the greatest description of that. Oh my God.
What did Connor McSpadden say about that guy on that one Burn Booth episode? He said, "You look like a corn dog stepdad."
That's what Kid Rock looks like. With a cowboy hat and jorts.
All right. We have to settle back onto Earth.
Okay.
Brendan's got to go back to his cop job.
I'm not a cop. Well, okay, I'm not a police officer. I guess you could maybe make an argument that a DEA is a cop. Yeah. But like, I'm not a police officer.
He enforces the law. He's a cop.
But the cool thing though about the job is like I spot check police.
That's what I'm saying.
If I'm like this search is no good, I reject it.
And I a million times love that it's somebody with your morals, principles, and values doing that because that's what we need more of. Like honestly, like we're
gonna save that sound clip for when Brendan runs for elected office. Morals, principles, values.
It's fine because I got morals, principles,
values. MPV.
You're right.
But the MVP with the MPV.
No, there have been several things where I've been like, no, dude, it sounds like you weren't allowed to do this search. I cannot file these charges.
Yeah.
Several times.
Bravo.
And so that makes you like really the first line of defense against, the government.
Or also, here's the thing. Is that cops are not good writers, and I have to read a lot of police reports.
Oh my God, I can only imagine.
And,
they don't have cop GPT?
Maybe they do. But I'll get these police reports and I'll be like, okay, like you can't prolong a traffic stop longer than is necessary. That's an unreasonable seizure.
Okay.
That's filibustering in the streets.
And so like I'll have these ones where it's like I pulled them over for tints and then like literally the police report almost read like cut to I'm patting him down outside the car. And I'm like, okay, but why?
How did you get to there
from there? You pulled him over for tints.
Right.
That's, here's your ticket
that's
for
your
tints
probable cause for that.
Unless you look in the car and you see drugs, there's no reason to continue the thing.
Yeah.
And so I was like, can you show me I sent it back. I'm like, can you show me the camera footage? Because right now it's cut to I'm patting him down and I find a pipe.
Right,
And it's
right.
like, why?
It was a crack pipe?
It's usually meth.
No, okay. All right.
It's usually meth. How do you tell the difference between a meth pipe and a crack pipe versus a weed chillum?
The neighborhood they find it in?
No, I'm serious.
Well, often it's based,
Smell?
It's the kind of residue that's on it.
Yeah, I was going to say probably
I don't know. What does meth residue look like?
It's usually like white crystalline, like inside the thing. But also, a lot of times the people will just admit that that's what it's for. They'll be like, "Yo, what's this pipe?" And
right.
they'll be like, "That's my meth pipe."
Yeah.
Okay.
See, it says right on the
Extra
side,
credit for
meth
honesty,
pipe.
bro.
Yeah, they'll just admit it. And
Right.
So then it's just like,
Well, because I've bought those $5 chillums at the smoke
Right,
shop.
right, because you're,
And I've never seen any of them say
If you-
meth pipe.
Like, if you say that it's for weed, then then that's reasonable doubt because it's like, all right, we haven't lab analyzed the thing.
Right, and why
I
would
thought
you over
maybe
something like
real
that?
hardcore street cops could just smell it like Denzel Washington and be like, "Oh, that's meth."
They do have drug recognition experts. That's a thing.
Yeah. I just saw a guy talking about being one of those on Facebook.
Yeah.
But one of the nice things about, I also work for the Court of Criminal Appeals in Tennessee, and
In Tennessee.
and we got a lot more alternatives to confinement out here than they do out there. They have diversion. It's almost impossible
Possible to get to it, though.
For the most part, it's like, here's your jail time.
Oh,
That's
Jesus.
it. That's what you
Yeah,
get.
that's what the law says. That's
And
what you
out
get.
here we have informal probation in this state.
Right.
Do you know what that means? You don't have a probation officer. It's just don't get in trouble.
Right.
Or
You don't
your
have to check
penalty's
in,
worse.
or exactly. Which seems kind of smart as big of a state that we have.
We have
Jesus.
I can do things just like, you know what? Don't break the law for 3 months and go to 3 AA meetings a week and we'll
Right.
drop this drunken public
Right.
charge. Like we
Right.
can do stuff like that.
Well, I hope on this impeachment they make a rule where everybody in the room pisses in Stephen Miller's mouth
Yes.
before every person says one sentence. I just want people peeing in his mouth infinitely
When it's
forever.
my turn, I'm going to make sure I don't drink for a while. So that
Oh.
my pee is extra dark
yellow and
And
You're gonna hit him
alkaline.
with that
Extra
dense
salty.
drip?
Yes.
That espresso?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
That's
Yeah.
me espresso.
Dude, drink so much that you maybe even piss your pants one time before you piss in his mouth. Who cares?
Well,
'Cause then
it's
you'll
like almost brown. It's so concentrated.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to be so dehydrated, you have to squeeze out the sludge.
I want to go number 3 in his mouth.
It's like
Right in his mouth.
number 3.
Yeah.
He's got to chew it to swallow it.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
There's 1, 2, and
Hit you.
3.
I'm going to hit you with some al dente pasta piss, bro.
I'm gonna jizz real hard like 3 times before I piss, so that it does that weird like thing where it splits off and hits him in the eye and the mouth at the same time.
You'll just hit it in both
No, I'll get- I'll get-
That's
whatever.
Like, that's like the post-sex pee.
Right, exactly.
And then it bifurcates.
That's
You
right.
still got a little...
All right, you got a little left over. You know what I mean?
Cut that part out for my job. You
Bifurcate.
definitely cut that part out.
I mean,
No way. That's the cold open.
I love it.
No one listens to this anyway.
You know, right? 6 people
right,
do.
that
His mom
wraps
does.
up.
And then, I run for office in 3 years
Right?
and it becomes the oppo
Right? That's what I'm saying.
That wraps up episode 4, the Afterbirth.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you, B, for joining us.
Love you, everybody.
We will
Love
be
you
back.
guys.
Brendan,
Peace.
thanks for coming, dude. That was awesome.
That was fun.
Yeah, hell yeah.